We're driving to the cemetery right now. We're hoping for a good investigation, but until we get there, we're going to listen to some Boxcar Racer.
Nice!
On today's haunting adventure, we are in the Village Cemetery in Rehoboth, Massachusetts to see if we can communicate with some of the ghosts that supposedly haunt this historic graveyard. Stay tuned on today's episode. Established in 1643, the town of Rehoboth is one of the oldest towns in Massachusetts and has a high number of cemeteries. The Village Cemetery, located on Bay State Road, is said to be haunted by several different entities. The most notable, however, is the spirit of an elderly man wearing 19th century clothing who has been nicknamed Ephraim. He's been spotted crying and pounding on the ground throughout the cemetery and is also known to yell the name Catherine. Other reports say Ephraim whistles at visitors and yells vulgar remarks. If you remember from our previous haunting adventure, I'm Matt, that's Zach, and Jack is our camera guy who does all the actual hard work. We are here in the back corner of the Village Cemetery, which you can see a little bit here. There's some obviously very decorated graves here, but we also believe that this is the corner where some of the freaky shit happens. So I think we're gonna set up, at least, well, not set up anything. We're gonna stand here and I think we're gonna do an EVP session. How's that sound, boys?
Oh boy.
Before we started the EVP session, I felt what was a light tap on my right calf.
What happened?
I thought there was like a bug flying around that's my right leg, so it'd be your left. I thought there was a bug flying around down here that like bumped my calf. So when you turn the light on, I looked down to see if it was a mosquito. I was gonna whack it away, and there was like no bug flying around me. Dang, dude. That's fucking freaky. This is EVP session number 1 here in the Village Cemetery in Rehoboth, Massachusetts. This is Zach, Jack, and Matt. We are in the back corner of the cemetery where we believe there are reports of someone yelling the name Catherine. So if there's a Catherine who is also in the cemetery with us right now, could you please say something into this recorder right here? Could you make a noise for us from anywhere in the surrounding woods or anything? Why is there a spirit here who yells the name Catherine? Is there a man named Ephraim who's in this cemetery with us today? So we're walking down one of the back paths in the Village Cemetery. We just did our first EVP session in the back corner here. We're gonna have to go back and take a look to see if we caught anything that we didn't hear. But I swear to God, I think something touched my leg before we started that EVP session. And Jack, I believe, got my explanation on camera. So we'll take a look at that, see if anything, any strange anomalies show up in the picture. But for now, we're gonna continue walking. What do you hear?
I don't know, I see a red reflecting light that we didn't see earlier. Yeah, I keep seeing stuff.
Alright, maybe we should
Oh my God. Did you see that?
Are you filming, Jack?
Yeah.
What? As we stood at one end of the path, we all faced the southwest corner of the cemetery and saw movement. We were unsure if our eyes were playing tricks on us, but all 3 of us were certain we saw something.
Dude. Wait, can I have the GoPro?
Yeah. You want it filming?
Yeah.
Let's go. That honestly kind of freaked me out, Jack. Is it still there?
So I'm checking the compass right now to see if that is the southwest corner, because what Matt was saying is he's heard stories of a lot of activity in the southwest corner, so we're just checking that right now.
We approached the southwest corner once again and determined that much of what we saw was the reflecting light decorations. However, could something have moved across the path while we were at the other end? The answer to this question is probably a mystery. We are again in the southwest corner because after we recorded our first EVP session, we walked down the trail this way, and as we were down there, we heard a lot of strange commotion from this corner. Jack and I heard a whoop, and we've heard a couple other sounds. A couple of them probably could have been dogs.
Yeah.
But we've heard some odd things in the last couple minutes, so we wanted to come back here and do a second EVP session in this same location. So I'm gonna try asking again. If there's a spirit out there named Catherine, or a spirit who's known to shout the name Catherine, could you please yell that name for us now? Could you make any sort of noise for us? Did you hear something?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
Right over there.
I thought I heard something too, but I wasn't sure.
I thought I heard footsteps.
One more. Give me one more.
Yeah. Ask another question.
Ask him to turn my light off.
Could you turn Jack's camera light off? No? You don't know how to play with electronics, I guess. Can you make any sort of sound? Like, call a name, bang something? Despite our efforts, we were unable to pick up any audio during this second EVP session. Now we're gonna approach the grave where two people visiting this cemetery claimed they saw a man pounding on the ground. And I believe this is the spirit here who's named Ephraim. So let's go take a nice stroll to the grave in this lovely cemetery. As we approached the graves, we walked past the wood line where we all heard loud thuds from the woods behind us and in the distance. We aren't certain what this noise was, but it was picked up by our camera and audio recorders. Dude, what the f*** is that? At first I thought it was a car on the street, but I heard it from this way too.
I thought it was like drums or something. I don't know what
that sounds is. Like the shit we've heard at N1 Rock.
For real.
Oh my god, dude.
Maybe another sign would also be helpful.
I hear it, but it's not as loud.
No. After I asked that first time, though, it was loud.
Dude, it's fucking coming from behind us.
Is there a spirit here associated with the name Catherine?
I don't hear it anymore. Oh my god, dude! I guess this is now EVP session 4. We are still here in the village cemetery in Rehoboth. We are actually standing in front of the grave where two witnesses claimed they saw the apparition of a man pounding the ground. So the first question I want to ask is, why did you pound the ground in front of those two witnesses that one day? Is there any sort of noise you could make for us so we know that you're here with us? After I asked the question about making noise, we heard a noise to our right which was picked up by our audio recorders. Do you want us here standing in front of your grave? If this is your grave, of course.
Got a question.
Go ahead.
So, if this isn't your grave, would it be safe to assume that these people here were important to you in your life?
We've just wrapped up our 4th EVP session in front of the grave where those 2 witnesses saw a male apparition. We're just going to continue to kind of walk down some of the paths along the wood line here, but we are going to continue to film and try and contact the spirits to see if we can get some evidence for everyone. I got an idea.
What's that?
I'll offer to go first, but we set the camera up right here. It's like either sit or stand alone and have you guys go back down the end of the path.
That'd be sick.
I'll do it. This is our second haunting adventure here at Town Line Studios, so I think for a new segment we're gonna do, to quote all the ghost hunters on TV, we're gonna do an isolation session. I'm gonna stand here by myself in the middle of this path while Jack and Zach go to the end of the path, shut off their lights, and we don't communicate at all. And I'm gonna sit here and try and contact some of the spirits. I'm gonna use the GoPro, and I'm also gonna have my voice recorder with me, and just gonna ask some questions and try and contact the spirits. So let's get going, boys.
Right now, Matt is doing an isolation session for 5 minutes by himself, no contact with us, and he's gonna record what he hears and, you know, ask questions, and we'll see how that goes.
All right. So, the beginning of our isolation session, it's Matt from Haunting Adventures in Town Line Studios. I'm in the middle of one of these paths in the village cemetery. In the village cemetery, I should probably say that correctly. Jack and Zach are all the way down that end of the path, and I have told them to turn their lights off and don't talk. So I'm gonna try and give this 5 minutes. If I get creeped out before that, I'm running out of here. But I want to try and contact the spirits one-on-one. And as you can see, I have my voice recorder going down there as well to try and pick anything else up. If there is a spirit of a little boy in this cemetery, can you please make a noise for me? I have no idea, but that was fucking creepy. And then, like, in the process of holding this light, shining it right in my face, I can't see anything. Only the lights at some of the gravestones. Can you, like, see the skin? What the hell? I can't see a thing holding this light up to me. How much time we got? We're going on 3.5 minutes. That was a car horn, if anyone was wondering what that was. After I heard a car horn in the distance, my audio recorder picked up what sounds like a whistle of some sort and 2 odd noises right after it. Take a listen. It's worth noting that people visiting the cemetery in the past have claimed to hear whistle-like sounds and other perplexing noises during their visit. Alright, I think that'll do it for my 5 minutes. Thanks for joining me on this isolation session, peeps. So, pretty early on in that isolation EVP thing I had going there, it got cold, and I filmed it with the GoPro. You could actually see, like, goosebumps and hair standing up on my arms. Can you, like, see the skin? What the hell? It was pretty brick when I was doing that. I'm not as cold now. So I don't know what that means. I know, like, I said into the GoPro that cold spots are associated with spirits and stuff, but, like, I don't really know what to think.
Alright guys, so Matt went first with this isolation thing, and well, now it's my turn. Let me just track this real quick.
When I was out there doing mine, you don't realize how fucking dark it is until you're holding up that light in your face pretty much. Like, I set it into the GoPro. I couldn't see anything. I could see the light and my hands holding the GoPro, and that was it.
Yeah, right here feels spooky. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start with my first question, which is the typical ghost hunting question. If there's any spirits here or anything that wants to communicate with me, please feel free to do so. As previously stated, we know there are spirits here that are associated with the name Catherine and Ephraim. If you're listening to this right now, possibly give us a sign that you're here and with us.
After Zach asks the question, our audio recorders picked up a response. Listen closely. After amplifying the volume, it sounds like someone is saying, quote, "What? I don't know. Who are you?" End quote.
This isn't a question, but I just wanted to say my calves are burning right now. Alright, that feels good.
And finally, Jack was the third and final person to go solo for a session.
I know you guys aren't used to seeing me on this side of the camera, but I'm gonna give it a go because I've been hearing a lot of weird noises tonight, so I want to try and see if I can hear something when I'm by myself. So I'm gonna make my way down the path.
Good shit, bro. Bye, Jack.
On the other side.
Bye, Jack. So I'm heading down the path now, and we're gonna see what happens. So here we are. I'm all by myself. So I've heard some strange noises tonight. Could you make another strange noise for me? I know Matt and Zach have asked repeated questions, but if there is somebody named Catherine here, could you please show yourself or make a noise? Could you shut my light off? What? Car. It's the police. Yep. Police just showed up.
Yeah.
So we're
It's a sign.
just gonna see what they want.
Yeah.
We're not destroying anything. We're
That ain't
just
gonna fall, is it?
interested in the paranormal, and that's why we're here.
So the police did just show up. We are not in any trouble, though. If you are going to check out this location, please respect the area and its surroundings. Well, sometimes they say, like, if you park in, like, a haunted location, like, they'll put, like, their handprint on the back of your window. But I don't see any handprint there. So that's gonna wrap up this episode of Haunting Adventure. Thanks for watching. It was a pretty entertaining investigation, to say the least. But for now, we're gonna have to take a look back at what we caught, and hopefully we can present it to you guys in this YouTube video. Got anything to say?
Yeah, Jack got arrested, so we need a new cameraman.
That's not true. I'm still here.
But thanks for tuning in. It was a lot of fun, and we hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Hey, are those police boats?